less than 5 minutes to put on as the juniors now head out onto the circuit. And I had a look at some of the data from that anti-hit device in the lunch break, and certainly very, very impressive. We'll be doing another feature hopefully at the end of today once the 3 heats are finished, and do look out for that on the Telemundi Media YouTube channel. If you're on the live stream, you'll probably see that tomorrow if you can join us. So both those features hopefully going out tomorrow for you, and the new anti-hit device system then in action in this class right now. We've used it in the first 2 heats. It was on in the warm-up session. It's on now as well, and so far everything going very well. So this is the first of 2 warm-up laps. Then you can see there's Adam Smalley in shot. There's Yassin Fadati in shot as well. That's Kilian Meyer, the number 26, the young Spaniard who's had a 3rd and a DNF. Let's see what Kilian can do in this race. We did a track guide with Kilian yesterday, which we'll be showing tomorrow, or it will be available on the Telemundi Media YouTube channel as well, as Kimber now leads them round for the second of 2 warm-up laps before we get away for 8 laps racing. So to remind you of the grid then, Kimber and Buys are on row 1. Row 2 is Valent and Dunner. Row 3 is Nomblo and Meyer. Then it's Phillips and Bergmeyer, Lepper and Morin, Van Berlo and Doa, Percival and Artsemi, Anderson and Malizia. Then it's Caldwell and McDermott, Theobald and Claude, McCarthy and Walter. Then it's Jean and Krejeveld, Smalley and Toth. Ferrati rounds out the field. 27 juniors out on circuit, getting ready to go racing for 8 laps here. It's the 3rd and final heat of the day. And if Mark Kimber is to win, all Dylan Buys needs to do is finish in the top 4. If Mark Kimber wins and Buys is 5th or lower, Kimber will take pole position. We'll find out who will be starting on pole in around 8 laps time. But here they come round the last corner then. It'll be Kimber to the left of your picture as they round the last corner. To the right of your picture will be, well, that was a very quick start, and no, unsurprisingly, they're going to be sent back round as they head up towards turn 2. That's going to be a full start, and they just got on the gas far too early coming out the last corner. I was quite surprised because the 2 starts we've had today have been very, very good, very nice and steady, but that one, it was Kimber or Buys. Well, both of them eager to get away at the start. There's our static camera. You can see all the karts will filter through now, and some of the drivers towards the back, Smalley and Ferrati, just leaving a bit of a space to maybe help warm their tyres up, and they'll catch up maybe towards the end of the lap. But the pace will now be slowed again from Kimber. That is a flat out right hander they go through now. They head into the corner, which you've got to brake and sort of turn right at the same time and then turn left. It's a very tricky corner actually, but one that is a driver's favourite. This is the penultimate corner. It's a left hand hairpin. We've seen a lot of overtaking into there. As of yet, we haven't seen any overtaking into the last corner. Certainly not for the lead anyway. Maybe that could change this time, but let's hope it's a lot steadier from the drivers on the front row this time. Mark Kimber and Dylan Buys. Behind them then, it's Valent, Dunner, Nomblo, Meyer, Phillips, Bergmeyer, Lepper and Morin. That's the top 10. There's 27 of them out there. We have a green light this time, and Mark Kimber gets away very well. Valent has gone through to 2nd place. Going to 3rd, I think might have been Jean Nomblo, sorry. Have they all got through safely? Yes, they have. Well, a couple of drivers running wide. I think Hannes Morin may have been one of them. We had someone running wide on the exit of turn 3. But the lead 5 definitely all through safely. Kilian Meyer is in 5th place and challenging for 4th. Let's try and pick up who the leaders are then. Well, it's Kimber, Valent, and Buys the lead 3 as they head up towards the far part of the circuit. Right-hander we've seen overtaking into there. Now they exit that and make their way down towards the left-hander. We've got to brake. That's the turn right they have to do. Then left out of there. Use the runoff and a little bit more. Now it's the final 2 corners. Top 3 have got away. Behind, though, there have been some changes. Laurie Lepper has just been passed by Glenn Van Berlo. Killian Meyer has not been able to get through to 4th yet, so he is behind Jean Nomblo. Then it's Dunner, Van Berlo, Lepper, Phillips, Percival, but a change for 2nd. Up the inside, then Dylan Buys goes past Enzo Valente at turn number 2. Killian Meyer takes 4th place away from Jean Nomblo as they go in towards turn 3. We had a driver delayed at turn 2. Now, certainly a driver in a Tony car. I have a feeling that might be Connor McCarthy, who was delayed. Up the front, I think we've had a change for lead. Dylan Buys looks like he's gone through into the lead. So it's Buys, Kimber, Valente, the top 3. You probably would have seen it on your screen as I was trying to identify who had come off further down the field. So the top 3 then head up towards the last couple of corners. Killian Meyer is now 4th. He'll be around a 2nd behind. We'll bring you the gap at the end of this lap. You'll maybe be able to see it on your screens as well. In 5th place, it's Lucas Dunner. 6th place is Van Berlo. Nomblo, I think, has dropped to 7th as they cross the line. So Nomblo is in fact in 7th place. Then it's Lepper, Percival, Caldwell, and a change for 4th place. That was Lucas Dunner going up the inside of Killian Meyer, but they've both lost places to Van Berlo. So Van Berlo going through to 4th. Dunner is now 5th, and then it is Meyer in 6th place. They're all queuing up behind. I can see Ollie Caldwell in there as well. On your screens, you can see the whole field filtering through turn number 5. No changes to the top 3, though, while they've been off screen. A lonely 4th place then now for Glenn Van Berlo. It's all going off for 5th, though. There's a queue of maybe 10 or 12 carts all battling over that position. Up front, Dylan Buys doing a good job. There he goes then. You've got Kimber and Valente just behind. Van Berlo 4th. Dunner 5th. Then it's Meyer. We'll bring you the rest of the order as they cross the line. So there's Dunner in 4th. Then it's Meyer, Nomblo, Lepper, Caldwell, Anderson, Antoine Percival. Then it's Phillips, Doer. Oh, some changes. Caldwell's made a position. Ollie Caldwell going through to 8th place, passing Laurie Lepper. Joe Phillips lost a place. I think that might have been to Phil Doer down at turn number 3. Killian Meyer pushing Lucas Dunner down the far back straight there. Top 3 are fairly equidistant at the moment. Doesn't look like there's any immediate sign of them passing each other. Glenn Van Berlo isn't going anywhere anytime soon either. He's going quicker, though. He's just done a purple 2nd sector. He's 1.3 seconds behind Enzo Valente. Well, yes, it is 1.3 seconds behind Enzo Valente. And he's got a gap of over a second to Dunner, who's run wide coming out the penultimate corner. Dunner now has Meyer behind. He has Nomblo, Caldwell, and Lepper. Killian Meyer then up the inside for 5th place. Killian Meyer goes to 5th. Oh, and Dunner's run off the road. Nomblo has passed the pair of them. Lucas Dunner then drops right to the back of the queue. He's lost 4 places in that, so I think he's probably dropped to 9th place. He has. Laurie Lepper, who was 9th, goes through. Ollie Caldwell now goes up the inside of Killian Meyer. The battle is on your screen at the moment. You can see Caldwell there, 2nd in queue. Leading them is Lucas Dunner. Then it's Killian Meyer, Laurie Lepper, and Lucas Dunner, down in 9th. So leading them will be Jean Nomblo, I believe. Glenn Van Berlo up ahead. Looks like he's starting to get closer to the lead 3 here. We're over half race distance now. We've got around 3 laps to go. They exit the last corner, and Mark Kimber at the moment just can't get close enough to pass Dylan Buys. He's right with him, but can't get close enough to pass. So it is Nomblo in 5th. 6th is Caldwell. And Caldwell looking up the inside of Numblo into turn number 2. Meyer is behind him, then it's Lepper and Lucas Dunner. Hugo Anderson rounds the top 10. Just outside the top 10 is Doa, Phillips, Artsemi, Percival. As Mark Kimber now very, very close to the leader. They head through the left-hander. On your screen, that's the battle between Caldwell and John Numblo. Caldwell just going into 5th place in terms of his championship. This is what he needs to do, because Glenn Van Berlo, who's sitting 3rd in the championship, is in 4th place. And a couple of the other drivers involved not too far behind either. Joe Phillips sets a purple sector, 2nd sector. He is trying to catch, let's see, Phil Doer at the moment. As the lead 3 come across the line. Glenn Van Berlo now, look how much closer he is. You can see him on your screens. They have 2 laps to go. He is now only 0.8 of a second off the top 3. And a move further back off the screen. That's Laurie Lepper being passed by Lucas Dunner. You wouldn't have seen it, but I can tell you there has been a change for 8th place, I think that was, as Lucas Dunner goes past Laurie Lepper. And Killian Meyer up the inside of Jean Numblo going down towards turn 5. And, Numblo coming straight back at him and retakes the place. So that's the battle for 6th place at the moment between Numblo and Meyer. But back to the leaders, because we're going to be starting the last lap of the race very shortly. Just two corners to go before they'll see that last lap board. And Dylan Byes looking comfortable out front. Mark Kimber has no response to the pace of Dylan Byes at the moment. He's been able to stay within a second, but he's not been able to pass. He looks over his shoulder. Enzo Valent is 0.3 behind. Glenn Van Berlo has set a new fastest lap. We can see Killian Meyer on your screen now. And he was debating, I think, in his own mind there whether to go up the inside of Jean Numblo, but decided against it in the end. The top 4 fairly stretched. I don't think we'll see any changes there. Caldwell has gained 12 places to be in 5th. One of the biggest battles is there for 6th place between Numblo and Meyer. There's more battles behind. I think Laurie Lepper and Hugo Anderson are battling over 11th place. Joe Phillips is trying to pass out Phil Doer as well, but the leaders make their way down towards the last couple of corners for the last time of the day. This, the 3rd heat. Dylan Byes, he's won the first 2 heats. Now he's about to make it a hat-trick of wins as he rounds the last corner. Dylan Byes is going to take all 3 wins here in the heats. 3 second places for Mark Kimber. 3rd place has gone to Enzo Valent. Glenn Van Berlo finishes in 4th place. That's your winner then, Dylan Byes on the screen, just going through turn 3 there. He will be over the moon with that. Ollie Caldwell, good drive from him. He gained 12 places to finish 5th. Jean Numblo finished 6th and took the fastest lap, 63.353. Killian Meyer finishes in 7th place. 8th place is Lucas Dunner. Then it's Joe Phillips, Phil Doer, Laurie Lepper, Hugo Anderson. 13th is Arnold Malizia, and then it's Antoine Percival. Adam Smalley gained 10 places. He finished 15th. Then it's Clement Diaval, Laszlo Toth again gaining 9 places this time. 17th. It's Andre Walter. Hannes Moran, not a good race for Hannes, who was 3rd in Heat 2. Conor McCarthy finishes in 20th place. You see 13th through to 24th there. Yassin Ferrati, Tamino Bergmeyer, Pepin Clejavel 27th. Henry Zhang is 24th place. And then you'll see on your screens very shortly the last few drivers. There they are. Kamonik, Artsemi, Ryan McDermott. That's a shame for him and for Leonie Claude. There was 2 drivers there we were expecting to do very well who have unfortunately not finished the race. So a shame for those drivers, but Dylan Byes, it couldn't get much better for him.